Hello, sweet friends. Okay, so I feel so happy to be back in the kitchen tonight. Y'all know I told you I had a trip planned for the end of March. Well, we went on it and we just got back early yesterday morning. So yesterday I was so tired. Y'all know I posted the tacos. I ended up making Braden some dinner, but I was so tired and I just didn't feel like doing a video. And I was in the bed and I slept like a baby. Belle and me both did. And then today we just kind of been getting caught up on everything. We went for a little hike, which, you know, I only take her for small little hikes since she's had that little problem with her leg. And got our birds squared away. We had to get some feed and get them fed, and so now I'm ready for a good home cooked comfort meal. But I'll tell y'all more about my trip in a minute. Let's get our dinner going, okay? So what I have here is some bone-in skinless chicken thighs. Now, you know, I always tell y'all you can leave your skin on if you want to, but I like to remove the skin, especially for something like this, because we're going to pop this in the oven. So let's get these seasoned up, and then we're going to sear them up real good, okay? So this, what we're going to make here is like a chicken and rice little dish, and I'm just going to show you how I like to make it. So we're going to season these up. I'm going to start with a little bit of paprika. Let's take this thing off. Paprika comes out really slow, and I think I want to add quite a bit. So we're going to do that. Now, you can season these up however you want, because we're going to put so much good flavoring in there. Your seasoning really does not matter, okay? All right, now we're going to do a little bit of smoked paprika. Again, all of this is optional. Just put some in, because we're going to mix all this up and toss it around, okay? All right, now we're going to do a little bit of oregano. All right. Just maybe half a teaspoon or so. I have 6 bone-in skinless thighs here. So you can do this dish would be good with any kind of chicken. If you want to do boneless chicken breast, you certainly can, or chicken tenders, or whatever you want to do. I think that's enough. I put a little too much out. Let's just toss that. Okay. Now we're going to do a little bit of black pepper. Let's see. Y'all, it's taking me a minute to get back in the in the swing of everything. I've been vacationing too long. Just some pepper. We're not going to do any salt, because the last thing we're going to add to this is some of this beefy onion soup mix. Now we're going to sprinkle some of this on our chicken, and then we're going to use the rest here in just a minute. I'll show you. So let's cut that off. Now you can do just the regular soup mix. You can do the mushroom. You can do whatever you want. We're going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of that over our chicken. Okay? Now we got that. We're going to drizzle this with a little bit of olive oil, just enough to get it good and coated. I hope everybody's been doing well. I got so much I got to get caught up on, y'all. All right, so I have our cast iron skillet here. I'm going to go ahead and move this over here. I have this burner on, letting it get good and hot. We're going to let our oil get hot. I have just a little bit of olive oil in there. Now we're going to toss our chicken around. And we're just going to sear it up real good in the skillet. Okay. Just toss it around. Get all those seasons all over our chicken. And again, like I said, use whatever season you want to do. There's no rules to this. This is very versatile. I think there's some recipes. It's called no peak chicken. This is probably very similar to that. I don't know exactly the ingredients to it, but I do know that this is probably similar. I'm not going to use any cream of chicken soups or mushroom soups or nothing like that, but You can totally do it however you want. Okay, don't that look good? We got that all tossed around. I'm gonna get this off. Okay. That look good, y'all? It smells good. That mixture smells really good. All right, so we're gonna get this up here, and I'm just gonna toss these in our cast iron skillet, and we're gonna sear these up a little bit. I don't know if it's completely hot yet, but it's a little bit of sizzle. Either way, it'll be fine. All right, we'll put these in here like the meat side down. We'll start with that. Okay. Set this aside. Let me wash my hand real quick, y'all, and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, let's get our chicken out. I just popped it in here. We gave it a nice sear. Looks good, smells good, so we're just going to get this out. Only takes just a few minutes on each side. Give it that nice golden color. Ooh, that little one in the middle, oh, that looks good. Okay, we still have all this good stuff here on the pan. We have, I can see some little pieces of onion in here from where we did our soup mix. So now what we're going to do, we're going to toss in, I have 1 container of mushrooms here that I've diced up and a little bit of onion. We're going to pop that in. Okay, we're going to let that cook down. It's going to kind of deglaze our skillet a little bit. And y'all, like I said, this is so versatile. You can leave the vegetable part out if you want to. You can do it however you want to do. But whenever I was hiking today, I thought, what do I want to make tonight? I wanted something good and like a good comfort meal. You know how it is whenever you've been gone. And I thought I want some good chicken and rice. So this is what I kind of thought up today while I was hiking. So we're kind of just making it as we go. That's the best way, right? All right, so we're going to toss these around a little bit in that skillet. I'm going to turn it down a little bit and just kind of let these cook down for a second. And then we're going to cook it all in this cast iron skillet in the oven, and I think it will be so good. So anyway, so let me tell y'all. So we went down to Key Largo, which is one of my most favorite places. I absolutely love it. It is just so nice, and this is the best time of year to go for the best weather, and the humidity is low. They don't have a lot of rain. We did have one day where it came a good storm, but that was fine. I was so tired from just the travel down. I needed a good day to sleep in, because I feel like if it's a nice, pretty beach day, wasting time if I sleep in. So I feel like I have to get up and enjoy the day. So anyway, that was fine. I slept in that day, and it was beautiful. It was so nice. Now I did have 2 videos that I posted while I was gone. Typically, y'all know that whatever I post that day, that's what I make that day. But I had made these 2 little just easy dishes. I think the tater tot casserole and maybe something else. But I had those. I had recorded it, but I hadn't posted it. And I thought, well, that'll be okay. I can just post that while I'm gone. Y'all know, and I was in the middle of trying to clean up my fridge before I left. So anyway, so that's why I posted those. And if y'all wondering why I've kind of been quiet and you haven't been seeing much of Bella, that's why, because I've been on my trip. She stayed here with Braden. He took good care of her and took care of the house and everything, but she was so super excited whenever I got home, and I was so ready to get home and see her. It doesn't matter how much fun I have on the trip, if she's not there, I'm so ready to get home and see her. So she was so super excited, and so I have just spent the day today loving on her, and we did yesterday, and so it's good. I'm glad to be back. Y'all notice I got me a little tan going on. And the weather's been nice here today in Tennessee. I think it was like 70 degrees, so that was perfect, especially coming back from 80-degree weather. I'm going to throw just about a tablespoon of butter in here with our vegetables, y'all. Just let these toss around. Sear up a little bit. Now that skillet has cooled down a little bit, I'm going to turn it back up just a bit. And then we're going to get all this put together. So anyway, that's what's been going on with me. Y'all let me know how things been going with y'all. And I bought me a ham today. I think I'm going to cook that for Easter. So if I do, I'll share that with y'all. And then for sure, I always have ham left. We'll make some yummy dishes with the leftover ham. I always love having leftover ham because you can do so many things with it. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to just let these vegetables saute up for a minute, our onions, our mushrooms. I'm going to get my bowl washed because we're going to mix up our liquid in it, and then we're going to toss all this together. It's so easy, so delicious. I'll be back. Okay, y'all, our onions and mushrooms are getting good and soft, so now we're going to toss in a little bit of our garlic here. I'm just going to do a little spoonful. Y'all know you can do however much you want. I'm going to toss that in real quick. Y'all, this smells amazing. Y'all know how it is whenever you're cooking onions, mushrooms, peppers. It always smells delicious. Okay, we're going to let that cook for just a second. Let me show y'all our seared up chicken here. Don't this look good? It looks good already. It's nowhere near done, but it looks good. Okay, so what we're going to add to this, get it out over here. I have 1.5 cups of rice. Now I'm just using a long grain white rice. I really wanted to do jasmine, but it was like a $4 difference in the price. So I thought, you know, as much as I love jasmine rice, this will be just fine because we're adding so much good stuff. It will still be good and flavorful. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to toss this in here with our vegetables. And we're just going to let this kind of toast up just a little bit in our vegetables, okay? Now, y'all, you can also do this in a casserole dish, your 9x13 dish or whatever. You can definitely do it in that, but I thought I'm just going to do it all in this one skillet. And so the only thing that we are messing up is this skillet, this bowl, and our plate here with our chicken. So now we're going to mix up our liquid. I have 2 cans here. Let me get this back so y'all can see. 2 cans of beef consomme. Now you can use any kind of liquid you want for this. Beef broth, anything you want, okay? I'm going to run a little bit of water in each of these cans just to get the rest of that good flavor out, okay? And that'll probably come up to maybe about 1/2 cup of water. Alright, you don't have to do this. I just feel like we have so much good stuff that the water will be fine. Alright, now to that we're going to add the rest of our packet, our beefy onion mix, okay? The rest of this, remember we sprinkled a little bit on our chicken. So we're just going to toss the rest of that in there. We didn't use too much on our chicken, so it's still quite a bit. Okay? Let me toss our rice around for just a second. Make sure it's okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, see it's getting some good color on it. I'm going to turn it down. We don't want it to get too hot. Those onions and mushrooms are cooking up great. I think this is going to be really good, y'all. Like I said, I've never made it exactly like this, but this is what I thought up today while me and Belle were on our little hike. She was so excited, y'all. She loves going, and I try not to let her do too much because I don't want her little legs hurting her, but I feel like she's kind of like we are. The weather has a lot to do with it. When it's nice and warm like this, I feel like it's better because they're kind of like us. The cold weather and the rain and stuff kind of affects their little bones. But anyway, so we have this mixed up. Just 2 cans, beef consomme, a little bit of water. We put in the rest of our packet, and if we need more liquid, we'll just add a little bit more water, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this, pour this in with our rice, our onions, mushrooms. Of course, we're going to get the rest of that out. Let's see. All that good stuff from our seasoning. Now, I left my vegetables, I chopped them up pretty thick because that way if Braden eats and he wants to, I'm going to run just a little bit of water in here to get the rest of this out. That way if Braden wants to pick them out, he can. But you can dice them up smaller if you want to. Okay. We're just going to give this a good mix. Goodness gracious. Looks good. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to move y'all up here so you can see a little bit better. We're just going to place our chicken back down in here. We're going to just kind of push it down in there in that liquid, y'all. Actually, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the meat side down, and then I think at the very end, I may turn it over and get that top nice and brown. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, place that in there. Ooh, this is filling up this skillet for sure. Okay, so we have all that goodness in there. Let's get the rest of that good liquid in there. Okay, that's it, y'all. Whoop, that's a little bit hot. Put this on so I can show y'all. This thing is full as can get. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cover this, pop this in the oven on 350, and then I will probably remove the foil in a little bit. I'm not for sure how long, but I'll let you know. So I'm going to pop this in there. I'm going to get all this cleaned up, you know, our chicken mess. And I'll come back and I'm going to show you our little side dish we're going to make. Okay, y'all, I just checked our chicken. I cooked it on 350 for about 50 minutes, and then I got it out, took the foil off, put just a few little pats of butter on top of it. I mean, maybe, I'm going to say about 2 tablespoons. I just cut up in little bitty pieces, kind of placed it around on top, popped it back in the oven, uncovered, and now we're going to make our side dish. We're going to do some asparagus, okay? So I have some here. I have already washed and dried this, and I trimmed the ends off. You know, you always want to trim the ends off of asparagus. I've already done that, and so since we're going to be cooking this in the skillet, I'm going to cut it in half. Now, if I cook it in the oven, typically I don't do this, but in a skillet, it just works so much better. So first thing we're going to do, I have a little bit of olive oil over here in our skillet, and then say hi, Braden, since you come in here. He just got in from work. Come over here and say hello.
Happy Good Friday.
He said happy Good Friday. Anyway, so I have my skillet here with a little bit of olive oil in it, and then now we're going to toss in some butter. Maybe about, I think it's about a tablespoon and a half. We're going to pop that in there. This is just really, really simple, y'all, and you can do it however you want to do. But we're going to melt that butter down. I don't want it to burn, so I'm going to cut it down just a little bit. Let it cool down that skillet. Okay, there we go. Now before we toss our asparagus in, I have a little bit of fresh garlic here. I just diced this up. It was probably about 4 cloves. I had this, but if I didn't have fresh garlic, I would just use my other that I always use, y'all. So we're going to toss that in because we want that garlic to infuse that butter and olive oil really good before we toss in our asparagus. Okay? Check our chicken, looking good. Okay. Let this cook down for just a second, y'all. Let me let this garlic cook. I've got it turned way down. I'm just going to let this slow cook for a few minutes before I put our asparagus in. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I've had this just on a slow simmer. In the meantime, I went ahead and got our chicken out. I'll show it to you in a second. But in the meantime, while we're cooking our our asparagus, I'm going to garnish our chicken with a little bit of parsley. I know I like that good, pretty color on it, so we're just going to sprinkle a little bit over the top. If you have fresh, that would be great too. Now it looks like I'm putting a lot, but y'all know this comes out slow. So now, let's toss in our asparagus and our good garlic butter here. Just put that in just like that. Move this over. Now typically, if I'm cooking my asparagus in the oven, I don't cut it, but I like to do that if I'm cooking in a skillet. You can do it however you want to do it. Alright, now I'm going to crank it back up a little bit now that we have that garlic cooked up. And we don't even have to add much to this, y'all. I'm going to do a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and let me get this back over here. Mostly just some pepper, but my pepper thing's low here. I'm going to have to get some more and put more in here. Mostly just pepper because I like to add a little bit of garlic salt at the end. So we're going to go easy on our salt, okay? Just a tiny little bit because we don't want it to be too salty. Okay. I'm just going to let this saute up for a minute, y'all. And I'm so excited for this chicken. I think it's going to be really, really good. We don't want to cook this asparagus too long. You know, I like my asparagus to be really crunchy. We mostly just want to get all those good flavors on there. I think I may sprinkle it with a little bit of Parmesan. But let me just let this hang out for a second. I'll come back and we'll show you the chicken. We're going to plate all this up, y'all. Okay, y'all, I've had our asparagus just steaming. I put the lid on it so it can get some good heat to it. That's just how I like it. I like for it to be a little bit crunchy. So now what we're going to do, we're going to add some garlic salt. This is a really good flavor that it gives it. So go light on your salt so you can add this. It's really, really good. All right, now we're going to do just a little bit of grated parm. Just right over the top. Vixen, go ahead and just turn it off. And then since I have some shredded parm, I'm going to add this. But if I don't have any, it's fine. I just do the grated. It's just completely up to what you have in your fridge. And then I'm going to do a little bit of parsley on top. Okay? And then now I'm going to put the lid back on, let that cheese melt a little bit, and I want to show y'all this chicken. Y'all see little Bella over in the chair? She finally decided to come in here and grace us with her presence. Look at this chicken, y'all. Does that not look amazing? Goodness gracious, I cannot wait. I mean, looks good, smells good. So we're fixing to get some of that out and plate this up. Let's see, what do we want to use? Something we can get out a lot. All right. Let's go ahead and get out our chicken here. I've been dying to have this little piece here that was so nice and crispy looking. Fixing to plate that up here. Those mushrooms look so good. All right, let's move that over to the side. And then now we're going to get out some of our asparagus. Let's see here. Let me get one of these out. Yep, we got that cheese melted down a little bit. So we're going to plate some of this here with our chicken and rice. I think y'all are gonna love this chicken and rice. Y'all let me know if you try it. I'm getting lots of asparagus. I love asparagus. And y'all, this was on sale today. I was actually planning on doing Brussels sprouts, but they were way more than the asparagus. So of course, y'all know me. That's what I got. Look at this. Does this not look good? Look at that chicken, the mushrooms. Delicious. It's just all so hot. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna taste the rice and maybe a mushroom first. It's just steaming. Okay. Braden just got in from work. And y'all, he left here at like 3:30 this morning. You talk about a long day. That's a long day. He is a hard worker, if I have to say so myself. It makes me very proud. Proud mom every day. Oh, man, those flavors, y'all, are good. Let's try some of this chicken. And y'all, if you want another, like, flavor base, like chicken or something like that, you can always just use all chicken-based stuff. Remember, we used beef and onion base because that's what I wanted the flavor to be. But you can always do different flavors. So good. Let's try one of these asparagus. I know it's hot, but so good. Y'all put a little bit of parm on your asparagus. You'll love it. And the garlic salt. Don't forget that part. It's so good. Delicious, y'all. And this makes a lot. You can do it in your 9x13 or any other oven-safe skillet, however you want to do it. I'm so glad to be back with y'all. I hope you try this, and I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.